those of us that have gone through several Yom Kippurs on previous years and have fulfilled already Utshuvah, Tfilah, Tzedakah, Mavirin, et Torah Gzara, we have already pronounced that with repentance, prayer, and acts that benefit others, we avoid a bad sentence. We already did that last year. Why do we have to do it again? We already did that. We know that those are the things that should be done. Well, apparently we haven't done sufficient, or we haven't complied with it. Otherwise, we don't have to do it again this year. And I'm also a little taken aback by some of the prayers. We say, we give ourselves, we hit up our chest next to the heart. Ashamnu, bagadnu, gazalnu, we have sinned, we have rebelled, we have stolen, we have done many things. Then we have al-chet, because of this sin, because of the things that I did knowingly, didn't do knowingly. Well, I didn't do most of these things. It seems to be like an indication of teaching what's wrong in this, or what you can do wrong. Well, some say, well, it's written in the plural. Maybe you haven't done it, but there's somebody else who did it. In general, I would like to try to indicate we should really look at positive things, not so much the negative things as the positive things. Maybe on Yom Kippur we should think, did I really honor my parents the way it should? Maybe shouldn't I do a little bit more? Have I done enough for my fellow human being? Have I done sufficiently? I made a resolution this past year. I have in the visor of my car, when you pull it down, there is some kind of little hook that allows you to put in the receipt of parking your car someplace. And instead of that, I put in a few dollar bills, so that when I come to a red light, and it's very difficult for me to put in my hand into my pocket while I'm at the driving wheel, I take one of these dollars and I give the person. I say to myself, am I doing the right thing? With $1 nowadays, I live in Miami in the United States. You can't get a cup of coffee with $1. What is he going to, I'm going to put in $5 bills. Maybe this is what we should do on Yom Kippur. We should look at the things, at the positive things. Are you really giving enough kavod, enough respect, consideration to your parents? Are you really a loyal friend to somebody? Can you do something more for him? Can you go and visit the sick? Do so many things. There is a prayer that I really thought in my young years that it was really a song, because my late father used to conduct services and he had records, and we had a record player that you had to wind up. It wasn't an electric record player at that time. And I remember there was a Mordechai Hertzman, a very famous chazan, Eilu devarim she'ein lahem shiur. This is actually a teaching of our rabbis in the Mishnah. These are the things that have no limit. What has no limit? Visiting the sick. You can't say, I already visited the sick. There's no limit to that. You can't say I already honored my parents. There's no limit to that. And there's no limit to studying the Torah. No matter how much you have done, there's more that you can do. Maybe we should really think of, just like it says, Hapea, you had to leave the corners of the fields for the poor. Maybe you're not giving enough. Maybe you should give a little bit more. Maybe you should, on Yom Kippur, realize that your parents merit much more. So you will say, next year, I already did it this year. My friend, these are things that have no limit. No matter how much you do, you will never reach the horizon. So maybe this is what Yom Kippur is. Become a better human being, more responsible. You study Torah, you set aside time for the studying of Torah. Maybe you should add on another half hour daily. Maybe you should do more than you have done before. Will you reach a limit? You never reach a limit with these things. So that when you come next Yom Kippur, you at least will say, I did more than I did last year. And next year, I'm going to do a little bit, even a little more than I've done up to now. Because you have to have a purpose in this life. It isn't only to eat and to reproduce. You have to also make this world more hospitable, a better world than the one you found when you were born. And maybe these things help for you to practice what is called tikkun olam, make this a better world for everybody else. You will feel better, your friends will be better, the world will be grateful as well.